Now, we've already talked about how to do the math with light. We need to make sure that we can focus on some other aspects of it. Okay? When we're looking at this, we see that we have our wavelength and our frequency. Okay? And we can also talk about our energy as well. Okay? Now, when we're looking at this, what we see is that wavelength and frequency are going to have an inversely proportional. Meaning, if we have a very big wavelength, we have a very small frequency. And if we switch it back up, if we have a small frequency, then we have a very large wavelength. Okay? And when we talk about these guys, we just need to realize that as we move down, okay, the higher the frequency that we're going to have, the higher the energy we're going to have. Because if you think about it, remember the equation, we have energy equals Planck's constant times frequency. If frequency goes up, okay, if frequency is a really big number, then we're multiplying a big number times Planck's constant, so our energy is going to go up as well. Okay, now the opposite of that, if we have a very low frequency, then that means that we're going to be multiplying a very small number by Planck's constant, and we'll get a smaller energy. Okay, so when we're looking at this, if I say that we have a very big wavelength, what is going to be our energy? Well, big wavelength means very small frequency, means we're going to have a very low energy. But if we have a very short wavelength, that means we're going to have a very large frequency. That means we're going to have a very large amount of energy.